All right, so this one is number 7 from the study guide review sheet. So they give us our diagram, so that's good news, and then they give us some information about the diagram. So the first thing that we should do is go ahead and label our diagram. So first they tell us that the measure of angle A is 4x plus 1. Okay. Then they go ahead and they give us some additional information that the measure of angle B is 5x. Okay. And then they tell us lastly that the measure of BCD is equal to 10x. So BCD, this piece right here, is 10x. Now, there's one way you can do this. If you remember the remote or the exterior angle theorem, we know that this 10x, the exterior angle, is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles. So this plus this. So in other words, 10x is equal to 4x plus 1 plus 5x. All right, we do combine like terms. We're going to get 10x is equal to 9x, 4x plus 5x plus 1. Subtract 9x from both sides, and we would get x is equal to 1. Now, I'm not going to, I'm not going to quite finish up the problem yet, because there is also another way that we can solve this problem. So I can see here that 10x plus this angle, I'm going to go ahead and call it y, okay, must add up to 180 degrees. So I have y plus 10x is equal to 180 degrees. Well, unfortunately, this isn't going to do me much good because there are two variables and only one equation. So I need to come up with another relationship. Well, I know that the three angles of a triangle add up to equal 180 degrees as well. So y plus 4x plus 1 plus 5x must sum together to equal 180 degrees. Well, I do some combining of like terms, and I see that over here I have y plus 9x plus 1 equals 180 degrees. Go a little bit farther, subtract 9x. Actually, I'll wait on that. I'll subtract 1 from both sides first. I get y plus 9x is equal to 179. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and subtract 9x from both sides. Now, I'm not going to divide by 9 here because I'm solving for y and I'm not multiplying y by 9. I want to get rid of this 9x, and well, now I have y is equal to 179 minus 9x. Well, that's pretty nice. Well, let's go ahead and substitute that in. I know that y is equal to this, so anywhere I have a y, I can go ahead and just put what it's equal to, 179 minus 9x plus 10x is equal to 180 degrees. Now, I did run out of room a little bit here. If I move over to the side just a smidge, if I combine together these two like terms, I'm going to see that I have negative 9x's, positive 10x's, so I end up with 179 is equal to, 179 plus x, combine these two together and I get x, is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, well, if I go ahead and that's plus x, I subtract 179 from both sides. A little off the page. Here we go. Well, that cancels from there and I get x equals 1 degree. So both ways work. This way is a bit longer and more complicated, as you can see. You don't necessarily have to use the y here. You can just kind of use the concepts that we know. But this is nice, but that's the theorem. If you don't memorize the theorem, you're not going to be able to do that part. But we need to go back, but we can find the 1 degree either way. Now, we need to go back and say, well, we need to actually figure out what they're asking for. They're not asking for what we actually found there. What they were actually asking for was what y equaled, or this angle right here, BCA. Well, I know that y is, in fact, if I go back down here, the same thing as angle BCA, And I know that the measure is equal to 179 minus 9 times 1, x. So, measure of angle BCA is in fact just 170 degrees.